What's up? What's up? What's up, virtuous marketers? That's my DJ announcer voice. What's up? What's up? What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm in a good mood tonight. I've got a lot on my plate, but a lot of good things happening. It's great. I'm feeling motivated, feeling awesome. Getting a lot of weird stuff. Hey, is it Balin? I don't want to mess up your name. Balin or Belin? Balin? Thanks for jumping in. Appreciate it, man. A lot of good things, a lot of logs on the fire, a lot of plates, juggling balls in the air and all whatever cliche we'll do it. But today I wanted to talk about shiny object syndrome. We are all victims. Hey, Beverly, thanks for jumping in. We are all victims of shiny object syndrome. I mean, if I'm lying, I'm dying. Tell me in the comments, because I swear to God, every single person has this problem, right? We stay focused and we're uber focused. And we're looking at our target, we're looking at our goals, and we're like, I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make it happen. It's going to work this time. It's going to work this time. And then we're like the dog and up, right? We're like squirrel. And then we start going in a different direction, right? I mean, I'm not the only person, because literally everybody that I've talked to, and people I've coached, and people I've helped, and business owners, it's all the same. We all have shiny object syndrome. So how do we avoid shiny object syndrome? Because it is crucial. It's not a known secret. You know what I mean? It's not a hidden secret. Everybody knows that we have to stay focused. If you want success, you got to head towards success. But for some reason, we get distracted. Why is that? It's really, really simple thing to understand, right? Because we get confused on the path. The shortest distance between, the shortest way between 2 points is a straight line, right? So naturally, we always want to take the path with least resistance. We want to take that straight line. We want to get there as fast as humanly possible. Instinctively, as human beings, we want that. That's why all of our inventions are for us to be lazy, right? It's just for us to make things easier. It's human nature that we just want to simplify things. And that's awesome. That's awesome. But the problem with simplifying things is that when we're just starting out and we're just learning, we don't know which way works because we've never tried any of them. So we're looking at all the paths. Which one is the path of least resistance, right? So we know that we want to get to our goal. We just don't know how to get to our goal, right? So we're like, oh, well, I'm guilty of it. I did this, but I got a lot of experience in a whole bunch of different fields, but I did it. So I went down one path. I went down Amazon FBA. I bought from Alibaba from China. I sold here locally in the States through eBay, through Amazon, through health of the trunk of my car at swap meets. I'm not kidding. I did that. I did a Shopify store. I did affiliate marketing. I started my own agency. You name it, I did it, man. I did the whole thing, learned it all, did it because I kept getting sidetracked. I kept looking for the easier way to get to my goal, but because everybody makes it look like it's so super easy, right? But I didn't realize that I was actually going away from my goal. See, because psychologically, I was incorporating that new shiny object. I was like making it work in my head, right? Like I was like, okay, so that I could incorporate that into what I'm doing now, and that'll get me to my goal too, right? It's like I fooled myself. So how I found a solution, and I can't guarantee that's going to work for everybody. How I found the solution. I don't even remember where I read it. It was in some book, but it was to have the micro goal and the macro goal. Okay. Now the micro goal, that's easy, right? That's just a small goal. The macro goal is the big goal, right? The big kahuna, the big chunk. So like, let's say for instance, and make it as divergent as possible, man. That macro goal can be, I want $10 million. Okay. I want it. And the time limit it varies, whatever. But say I want $10 million. That's a goal, right? That's a macro goal. Well, how do you get to that macro goal? Then you have to reverse engineer it. You start going backwards, right? So you look at all the different ways that you get there. You're like, okay, well, here I am, and I wouldn't mind doing Amazon FBA. I wouldn't mind doing Facebook ads. I wouldn't mind helping clients. I wouldn't mind. So now you start building a little path, right? And so you're looking at other people that took that path, and they did similarities. And then you reverse engineer it from the $10 million all the way back to where you are, right? So The problem is a lot of people don't have those micro goals. So the micro goals keep changing because they try to, right? They look at this guru online who made $100 million for selling software. So now I want to sell software too, right? I want to sell ClickFunnels because this guy made $1 million selling ClickFunnels. So I want to do that, right? So our micro goal, like Spencer Meekum, I think that's the guy I'm actually thinking of. Which total respect for Spencer. I love him. He's a smart guy. He's successful. But so the micro goal, he got there with affiliate marketing. So, okay, I want to do affiliate marketing. Now you have a micro goal, right? So you start doing that, and then somebody's like, oh, Shopify, and starts telling you this is easy too. And you're like, oh, well, what if I do affiliate marketing for Shopify stores, right? Now, so you start going in different directions. You're getting pulled off, and you don't want to admit it's because you keep changing your micro goal. Does that make sense? You can't. You have to achieve the micro goal. That's the whole point of having a micro goal. Once you achieve the micro goal, then you can move on to the next goal, right? Then you can find the next step. But the problem is that we don't actually achieve our micro goals. So we jump from one thing or another. Sometimes a lot of the people are like blaming them, oh, it doesn't work, it's a scam, because they tried it for a little bit and it didn't work, because they're not actually putting the full effort in. They're not invested into it. Does that make sense? Right? So anyways, just to simplify the whole concept, the macro goal, whatever it is, it could be anything. I want to own a private island, right? I want to have a private jet. Whatever your macro goal, you just have to reverse engineer it to where you are and where other people who are there and they were at the same place you were, and look at the path that they took and get there, right? And it begins with that little goal. So if it is affiliate marketing, it's like, okay, so the first thing I want to do for my micro goal with affiliate marketing, I want to have a $10,000 month. Well, guess what? This is like the part where it starts getting tricky, because a $10,000 a month in affiliate marketing can actually be a macro goal, right? It's so basically you now have two macro goals, which is fine. It's a long-term goal. So your private island or your private jet is the giant macro goal, but the $10,000 a month may be another macro goal. So then you have to reverse from that point back to your micro goal. You get it? And you want to reverse all the way down to make that micro goal something that's attainable, like something that's realistic. It's in the convergent. It can happen. It's like there's no doubt in my mind, like I could get 10 sales this month. That's a micro goal, right? I'm going to work my butt off and I'm going to get 10 sales at $100, and that's going to be $1,000 this month. And you get that goal, boom. Okay, so I did that. So now I know how to make $1,000 a month. Can I double it? Boom. The next month you get 2,000. Right? The next month you got 3,000. Hey Ed, thanks for jumping in, buddy. 10,000 is the goal, and before you know it, you're at 10,000 a month. And it all starts with that micro goal. You got to achieve the small thing first, right? And it's all about focus too. If you get super distracted and you start heading in different directions and you start changing your micro goal, it's just gonna lead you in the wrong direction. You know, you're gonna end up being overburdened. So here's the funny thing is that a lot of people don't see results. I did. I saw results. I kept changing directions, and each little thing that I started, I saw little tiny results, little tiny micro goal results. So I kept doing everything, which was ridiculous. Looking back, I'm like, man, that was so silly that I tried to do so much at one time. I remember shutting down my Shopify store. I was heartbroken. I was like, I gotta shut it down, because I gotta go with what's working, right? So that's why I went all in on my agency. And it broke my heart because I loved that Shopify store. I had big macro goals that I'm no longer going towards that macro goal. So it's kind of weird because I didn't consider this. All right. So let that sink in for a second. Is you want a macro goal and you want to reverse engineer it to the micro goal. And you can't change micro goals. You cannot jump from a micro goal until you achieve it, right? You can't start a micro goal and then shift courses and say, I want to do this now. Only once you achieve that micro goal can you switch to something else, period. Otherwise, you're just going to be jumping from one thing to the next for the rest of your life. Think about that. Think about that. Focus. That's where it starts. Once you achieve the micro goal, the next micro goal will present itself. Then you achieve that one. It's like walking one step at a time, one step in front of the other. It's that simple. So I do have another live presentation tomorrow. And I'm doing something a little exciting here. I'm giving away a free iPad mini in the presentation at the end of the presentation tomorrow. So the one thing that I ask is that you have to stay all the way till the end. And I would like it if people shared the link in your Facebook groups. I don't know if you can share it inside the private Facebook group. Probably not, huh? I should make a link so people could share it. I got to think these things ahead. I got to think them through before I start talking about them. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, I really do appreciate the group growing, and I'm happy that we got new members coming in. Be sure to tell anybody that could find this group advantageous for them. If I'm giving any knowledge bombs to you, as usual, drop a hashtag virtuous for me. And I hope everybody is doing great halfway through the week. All right, guys, we'll talk to you soon.